Today, I'm privileged to have a special guest here in the studio. I have Bishop Robbie Chiphaliwali, who is the overseer of Living Waters Church International, and we'll be talking about the overall the diaspora, and also looking at the role of the diaspora, and also what's going on in Malawi. Bishop Robbie Chiphaliwali is an expert in international relations and also business, so it'll be interesting to learn more. Bishop Robbie Chiphaliwali, welcome to this discussion, and it's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So now than ever, we are seeing the growing number of Malawians who are living in the diaspora. So I just want to ask you, Bishop, what do you think is the role of the diaspora?
Okay, first of all, thank you for having me here today. I know we have had to postpone several times because of other engagements, but I'm happy to be here. It's an honor to be here. And to start with, I must say, like any Malawian is, you have your roots in Malawi. And there are people in Malawi who are looking up to you. You must have an edge, a deliberate edge or purpose to help in whatever way you can help. So it's a role of every member of the diaspora to have this keen interest in wanting to contribute in whatever form you can contribute to help develop that Malawi, to help bring about the Malawi that we want, that everybody wants. Some of us came here because of issues in Malawi. Now we want a better Malawi where you can go and come back and go or stay. So to do that, it will require everybody's contribution.
Yeah. So now, Bishop, you have mentioned something there that I've picked up. You have mentioned about the Malawi that we want. Yeah. How can we build that Malawi that everyone wants, that is more inclusive to the people that are in the diaspora?
Yeah, okay, talking about bringing something better than what we have had. It means you had something, but it was not giving you the best of what you wanted. So in that case, you have to identify which are these things that we need to change to make a better Malawi. To bring forth, there's no, a change has to come from some background. The background that we are talking about here is a background where we have our feelings in Malawi. We have never had civil wars in Malawi, but we have more problems than even countries which have had civil wars in Malawi. So what are those problems? When you identify the problems, then you now have to look for the tools to change or to make sure that those the problems don't occur again. I mean, there was I think there was a talk on a mindset by the Vice President, Honorable Dr. Salos Chiphaliwali, a few weeks ago, which I found very interesting because I watched it. I watched it. And when you're talking about a change, you have to find out where do you want to start with this change. So from a religion background, from a Bible background, the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so shall he be. In other words, as you think, that's how you're going to be.
That's true.
So when we're talking about a mindset, it's got to do with a lot of people's thinking, or majority of people, how do they think? The majority of Malawians, who do they think they are? What do they think they want to become? And when you start to address that, it will do massive change. The majority of Malawians, their thinking, the way they think, the way they carry themselves, may not be conducive for the change that we are talking about. So we need to. So I found that very good. That we should start addressing the thinking capacity of every Malawian, every average Malawian, even those who live under the average lifestyle. Their thinking. Do they think they can achieve something? And do they believe that they can do something and it is possible to be done? If not, we need to help them because it is possible.
Now than ever, we have seen that now we have a lot of Malawians living in the diaspora. If you look at the US, we've got a lot, millions in South Africa. I don't know the numbers in the United Kingdom. Yeah, but all these people, they have passion. They have something that they want to connect with the country where they come from. How do you think we can manage the diaspora to our advantage? Let's look at the government point of view.
Okay, I think I've got two things there. Number one, you mentioned a very, very important word, passion. Passion drives you towards the thing that you are passionate about. So the diaspora, Malawi, Malawians in South Africa, Malawians in UK, US, and all these other countries, we are many of us. And for us to do whatever we want to do about our country, or whatever it is that you want to do at this particular time, number one, we need to be organized. We need to organize ourselves so that we can speak, as we have to have one voice.
One voice, yeah.
Yeah, so we need to have a platform where all diaspora membership or caliber or whatever you want to call it is represented. And when you have that platform, you have people in the positions. They will speak to the government of Malawi on behalf of everyone who is in diaspora. Okay, that's number one thing. We need to organize ourselves. We need to speak with one voice, so that those passions put together, your passion, his passion, my passion, and everybody else put together, we speak, amplified, and speak as one. That's number one. Number two is the receiving end, which is Malawi, the government itself. Yeah, I know, which is Malawi government or whatever organization is there. They should receive this with a positive approach. If people are going to develop attitudes that Ola Mandid wants to come and they get threatened. No, this is not a threat.
So the mindset change should be on both.
Exactly, both sides. Because the receiving end is very important. I mean, I can have a very good passion here. I can have a very good idea. I can have people here, influence them to come to Malawi, to invest in Malawi. But if the attitude in Malawi is not correct, that won't work. We want to show. That's why many people just say, it's better I stay here. I just stay here. But now I believe that now than ever, this window that Malawi has been given, the window that God has opened for Malawi to develop, this window may not come back again. This is the time we need to change, and to make sure that the change is a meaningful change and it is beneficial to everybody.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. So now I'll just go back to the issue that you raised, Bishop, about the groups and networks that we have here in the diaspora, Malawian groups. There are several groups, and you mentioned one thing there where you said that we have to be organized, and we have to coordinate together. Yeah, I've seen other countries like Nigeria, where you are seeing the diaspora are making a great impact into the development of that country. So what do you think is stopping us as Malawians to work together in unity and do the same like other countries?
Two things again. The same thing we have talked about here, mindset. The mindset in the diaspora has also got to be addressed, like we have said. That's number one thing. People have to discover some things that they don't know. I mean, if you don't know what you don't know, you are the worst hazard ever on this planet. If you don't know what you don't know. So what does that mean? It means you must discover some things that you don't know so that you know them. Okay? Bible says where there's no vision, people perish. And it also says lack of knowledge is a hindrance to development. So there are things that the diaspora have to discover what is it that we have had as a problem. How can we get out of that problem? The problem has been that everybody wants to be for themselves.
Yeah.
It's like everyone for himself. No, that is,
which is dangerous.
it's very dangerous. You have to learn to work together as a team. You have to be a team player in mindset change.